Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
I love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than.
Got about the slammer. They say they got me on the camera. F1s, I got several. You try to sue me, I won't settle. Niggas be telling.
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a 1-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with Whitey? He's a piece of crap.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
You are listening to Ken Norton on Fight Net Radio. And I've been thinking that I would come out of retirement just to knock out LEONARD.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. My name is Lee Honish. Welcome to the media call with Adrien Broner and Manny Pacquiao. And apparently, they cut Adrien Broner far shorter than it actually should have been, or nobody asked questions, or whatever the case. For the record, yeah, I did push one, and yeah, I probably should have been involved in the conversation. I think they covered it. It was a fairly politically correct conversation. They covered all the bullet points, but here you go. Enjoy. Manny Pacquiao, Adrien Broner. They even brought up Stephen Espinoza. I tried to kill the dead space. I don't know if I got recorded or not, but enjoy. Here's the press conference.
Your host for today, Kelly Swanson, will now begin.
Thank you, operator. Thanks, everyone, for calling in for the Manny Pacquiao, Adrien Broner media conference call for their fight on January 19th, live on SHOWTIME pay-per-view from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. And we're going to get right to it, and I'm going to be more than happy to introduce Leonard ELLERBE, Chief Executive Officer of Mayweather Promotions, to begin our call. Leonard?
Kelly, I'd like to thank everyone for joining the call today. We're 9 days away for what I consider to be the biggest fight of 2019. And just fresh off of two outstanding media day workouts yesterday in California. Both guys seem very focused. They're both in great shape. And again, we have a unbelievable hot fight come next Saturday night. Really looking forward to it.
Is that it?
Yes.
Good. Okay, great. At this time, I'd like to introduce Stephen ESPINOZA, President, Sports and Event Programming for Showtime Network. Stephen?
Thanks, Kelly, and thanks, Leonard. Look, all you guys are very well acquainted with Manny and Adrien. You've covered him for years. They're two of the biggest names in the sport, so I don't need to tell you anything more about them. What I will do is give you some brief programming updates. Episode 2 of All Access premieres this Friday, 9:30 Eastern and Pacific on Showtime. Of course, that is immediately before Showbox, which is a 3-fight card headlined by Devin Haney. Then, once we get into Fight Week, as has become our hallmark, we will be distributing a whole variety of premium content across social media platforms on Showtime and elsewhere. We've got the 4 installments of All Access Daily shows. That's a daily digital series throughout Fight Week on YouTube and Facebook. We've got a daily series created specifically for Snapchat. That is going to start even earlier than Fight Week. Of course, live stream coverage of the Wednesday press conference, the Thursday press conference, the Friday weigh-in, as well as the Countdown Live pre-fight show. So as we get into these last 9 days before the event, there is a variety of content available to satisfy every boxing fan's need. And again, both Showtime subscribers and non-subscribers alike can purchase and live stream this event directly through the Showtime app on a variety of platforms, plus, of course, on traditional pay-per-view distributors, making this event available virtually everywhere and anywhere sports fans want to consume their content. Kelly?
Thank you so much, Stephen. And just a quick note before I turn it over to Fred Sternberg. The Fight Week schedule for the media will be going out later today or first thing tomorrow. And that will have all the details regarding what the activities are for Fight Week. Okay, now we're going to hear from Manny Pacquiao. And to introduce Manny Pacquiao, we have Fred Sternberg. Everybody knows Fred, and he is also Manny's publicist. So, Fred?
Thanks, Kelly. Well, I think Stephen said it best. No introduction needed for boxing's only 8th Division World Champion and the reigning fighter of the decade. So let me present to you Manny Pacquiao.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Manny, how's camping going, and how do you feel? We're only about 10 days away.
I feel so happy and excited for the fight this January 19th, and we're ready. Well, it's all set.
Kelly, let's open it up for questions, please.
Okay, great. Operator, let's go ahead and open it up for questions. You will hear a slight pause before the first question comes in.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press the number 1 key for today. Again, if you would like to ask a question, please press the number 1 key. Our first question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hello, Manny.
Hello.
Hello.
Manny, my question for you is, you've been now a professional for 24 years, and I wonder, as all the big fights that you've had, what is it that still motivates you to keep boxing, and what else is there for you or your desires to accomplish and the sorts of goals you still have for your boxing career?
That's the evidence of being passionate about the sport of boxing, and boxing is my passion, and that's why I'm still here, continue fighting. I really love boxing, and that's why I'm always excited, preparing to my fight, especially this January 19th.
Are there anything particular that you still want to accomplish? You've already set records with the number of titles you've won and all the big fights you've had and major events, but is there something you still have your eye on before you call it a day?
Talking about accomplishment, I already accomplished what I want to accomplish in life. What I want to do is to maintain and stay in that boxing. That is my passion.
Manny, are there any concessions or changes that you've had to make due to your age? I mean, you still fight in an energetic style, but I wonder now that you've turned 40, has there been things that you've had to change as far as reducing the stress on yourself or your body during your training camps? What sorts of things, if any, have you had to modify?
The routine of my training is the same, jog in the morning and training in the afternoon, but we have a couple of adjustments for in training, especially for recovery, because if we sometimes we push ourselves in heavy training in a day, and then I will see if at the overnight I can recover and then we'll pause again. But if I cannot recover, then I let my body rest, so that the following day I can pause again and work hard.
All right, I just have one more question for you, Manny. Your last 2 fights have taken place overseas in Australia and in Malaysia, and I was wondering, what was it that led you to take those fights away from the United States, a place where you had fought pretty much most of your career as far as, a superstar fighter and winning all your world titles for the most part?
I think it just happened that some promoters and most of the people there they want me to fight there to see my personally live my fight. So that's opportunity for them that they can see live my fight.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Manny. I look forward to seeing the fight next week. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, Dan.
Our next question is going to come from Mike Wood from Our next question is going to come from Mike Woods from The Ring Magazine. Please go ahead.
Hi, guys. Mike Woods calling in from Brooklyn. Question for Manny. Manny, I just got off the phone with Freddie Roach a little while ago, and he said, honestly, he thinks that you have the old killer instinct back, and he thinks there's a strong possibility that you knock out Broner. Can you speak to this? Is there indeed the return of a killer instinct, and do you have more of a mindset of going for the knockout in this fight?
That's true. I have still that killer instinct, and then the fire in my eyes still there. The aggressiveness, the interest of this career is still there, 100%, and the speed, power is still there, and so thankful to God. But I'm not saying that I'm going to predict for this fight. I will do my best, and then looking forward to do the same with the last fight. Trying my best to make the same in the last fight. But no prediction. I will do my best. That's what we did in training camp.
Fair enough. And I'm not going to ask you about what fight comes after this one. You're focusing on Adrien Broner. But I will ask you, if you wouldn't mind, would you tell us what you said to Floyd Mayweather when you saw him at the basketball game the other day?
So surprisingly, I didn't know that he was there in the game. I was invited on that Filipino Heritage Night at Clippers game. I didn't know that he was there, and then when I'm throwing a T-shirt to the crowds, I saw him, and then I just say hello. That's it.
All right, good stuff. I appreciate your time and looking forward to watching a good fight on January 19th. Be well.
Right, thank you.
Our next question is going to come from Carlos Toro from Fightful. Please go ahead.
Hello, Manny. First of all, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us. My first question is, and basically, I know you've been hearing so many chatters, so many questions regarding the Floyd Mayweather fight, whether or not it's going to happen. Has it gotten to a point where you kind of feel a little annoyed, or has it kind of been something that the distraction of the chatter surrounding it kind of been weighing on your mind throughout this training camp, or do you just not pay attention to it?
You cannot avoid that the people will ask if there's a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, because I think they have a big question mark in their mind, also in their heart, that what happened in that fight. I'm supposedly won that fight, and but you know, I'm not. I'm just answering them that I don't have a plan yet. I'm very focused to this fight January 19 against Adrien Broner, because Broner is he's a former champion, and he's kind of fighter that you cannot underestimate or take him lightly.
Okay, going back to kind of the training aspect of this fight, what did it feel like having Freddie Roach kind of back in your corner, helping you prepare for a fight? Did it feel nice having kind of the duo back together? That it felt like old times when you and Freddie were training for so many world title fights throughout the years?
Freddie is never out of the Team Pacquiao. It just happened that I want Bobo to experience being a head trainer in one fight. But good thing that that we're working here again, and nice to be back here in Wildcard Gym in Los Angeles, California, and fight again in Las Vegas. I think that's good for us to be united and focus to this coming fight next week.
You know, last question. When you first signed with PBC, obviously your focus is on Adrien Broner right now, but was PBC having Keith Thurman and Sean Porter and Errol Spence kind of been a motivating factor to sign with PBC and potentially get those types of dream matches, turning them into a reality?
I think After this fight, it's easy to talk about my next opponent, who is my next opponent, and